value. Pump up the value. Do you wanna feel that right? Pump up the value. Pump up the value. Do you wanna feel that right? Pump up the value.
I'll show you how to unwind.
Come on, babe, let's go outside and take the boat out for a ride. I'm ready, I don't wanna wait. Cause the only time I'm feeling free is when I got that ocean breeze, so kicking it out on the lake. Get on board, got the sunshine and the short line. It's a good life. Get on board, have a good time. Passing that line, it's a good life. Get on board, get on board. Get on board.
To our future IBEX attendees, hello from sunny Tampa Bay. While we're saddened that you aren't able to join us in person this year, we are thrilled to host you again next October. By then, you'll be among the first to discover new hotels, restaurants, developments, and direct air routes into our destination. The JW Marriott Tampa Water Street will be our latest premier convention hotel, along with several other new properties, including Hyatt Place in downtown and Hotel Haya in historic Ybor City, ready for you. Mixed-use spaces like the open-air Sparkman Wharf and spacious Armature Works are within walking distance for you to discover right along the Tampa Riverwalk. Plus, the Tampa Convention Center will be better than ever with new additions and meeting room enhancements. Until then, we hope you enjoy your virtual conference and know that when you're ready to visit us, we'll be ready stronger than ever. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ron Berman, VP of Engineering for Chris Pratt Boats. Every year, our team really looks forward to attending IBEX. We get to see the supply base, lots of old friends, and very importantly, learn about all the new components coming to market to make our boats better. This year, it's a virtual event, and we're looking forward to that experience as well, to learn about new parts and participate in educational seminars. It's going to be a great event, and we look forward to seeing everyone online.
Hello, IBEX attendees. I'm Stephanie Vadalero with RBFF. I think it's fair to say 2020 has brought our industry a lot of unexpected change. But with these challenges, we have a huge opportunity to engage with all of these potential new boating and fishing customers. I hope you have a great IBEX 2020 show online and tight lines.
Hello from the American Boat and Yacht Council in Annapolis, Maryland. Compliance is our thing, whether it's standing 6 feet apart from colleagues, or building boats, equipment, supplies, or doing boat repairs. We're here to wish you a great IBEX show and come see our booth.
Hey everyone, Matt Pete here with Transhield. The Transhield team wants to welcome you to the 2020 IBEX virtual event. At this event, there will be no face masks necessary. If you've ever seen us at a past IBEX, we won't be wearing any suits or ties. As chair of the IBEX Planning Committee, and on behalf of Bob, Nathan, AJ, and myself, have a great trade event. We look forward to catching up with you soon.
Thanks everyone for joining us.
Appreciate you guys being here.
Thanks guys, catch you later.
IBEX, better boating begins here.
G'day from Australia. On behalf of all the Australian marine exporters, we look forward to joining you in person again next year in Tampa at IBEX.
Hello from your NMMA marketing and communications team. We are dialed in and working from home with all of the craziness that brings. Hello from our furry friends and our people friends. We're not gonna lie, it doesn't quite compare to seeing you in person in sunny Florida, but have no fear. We are planning a lot and have a lot of great and bright things in store for not just this week, but the coming year. And so much so it's got us wearing our sunglasses indoors. So until we see you soon, enjoy the show and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Lori Levere, Vice President of Marketing for Dometic Marine. Welcome to the 2020 IBEX virtual event. These unprecedented times require us to find new ways to connect with our partners. Join me and the rest of the Dometic Marine team online, where we will be unveiling some innovative, industry-leading new products. You won't want to miss it.
Hi, I'm Kelly Flory. On behalf of the National Marine Representatives Association, we wish you a successful networking event at Virtual IBEX. Get out there and make good connections and make some sales, and let's have some fun.
The bricks. Do you want to feel right? Pump up the value. Pump up the value. Pump up the value.
Dear friends in the USA, on behalf of the Magistrate team, we wish you some great virtual days at the IBEX, very first IBEX virtual show. The event is very well prepared by the team, and you will be having some very nice content and matchmaking experience. Of course, we would have liked to be there with you in Florida, but we look forward to seeing you next year. Bye. Bye.
Hi everybody, welcome to IBEX Online 2020. I was hoping, like most of you, to be in Tampa this week for IBEX and looked forward to the opportunity to see everybody and be with you all. Unfortunately, these times call for a different way of doing things, and I'm looking forward to IBEX Online this week. Welcome, and I hope you have a great week with your peers at IBEX 2.
Greetings from William F. Miller Associates in Nashville, Tennessee. We certainly wish we were in Tampa this week for our annual IBEX show. As we all know, these are unusual times for our world and certainly our industry. With that being said, we are all very fortunate that this country has embraced the sport we love so much. We look forward to a new and exciting format that the entire IBEX team has worked so hard to put together and make successful this week. Let's have an excellent week, and we look forward to seeing you in person very soon, and certainly in Tampa for 2021.
Good morning. Good morning, marine industry. Good morning. Good morning, marine industry. Good morning.
I'll show you how to unwind.
Come on, babe, let's go outside and take the boat out for a ride. I'm ready, I don't wanna wait. Cause the only time I'm feeling free is when I got that ocean breeze, so kicking it out on the lake. Get on board. Got the sunshine and the shoreline, it's a good life. Get on board, get on board. Have a good time, casting that line, it's a good life. Get on board, get on board. Get on board.
Hi, this is Udo from Icomia. I'm just in the UK, sailing on the Solent, but I just wanted to wish IBEX all the best for its virtual first edition. It's been a crazy year, but I think you're doing the right thing, and I'll be looking forward to joining some of you later on. Bye-bye.
Welcome to IBEX 2020. Sorry we can't meet face-to-face, and we hope all of you are doing well in these trying times. The Atwood team's been working very hard behind the scenes to come out with some new and exciting products for you.
Ann.
What?
This is your 2-minute warning.
I got it. Good. I'm ready.
And we're almost live. And by the way, you do not need to wear your mask.
I know. I know I don't have to wear a mask, but we had them made because we just had to do the right thing in case we were in Tampa. And look how cool they are. I just wanted everyone to see it.
Please welcome your IBEX show director, Ann Dunbar.
Hello, marine industry, and thank you all for joining us today. Gathering online is something we've all gotten used to this year, and it's certainly not as fun as a live IBEX show. But this is how we'll keep everyone safe and healthy, and we'll still make progress together. I'm really thrilled to welcome all of you to the opening session of our very first IBEX Online, a virtual experience. This opening program replaces the live industry breakfast, but we've shortened it, and we've added a few features that I'm sure you'll enjoy, and some special guests. This program runs less than an hour, and we've produced it specifically to be both informative and entertaining, so please stick with us. Right now, there are hundreds of marine professionals watching this presentation this morning, And to each and every one of you, thank you. Thank you for your support. The past 6 months has been a stressful roller coaster ride for all of us. Deciding to not host IBEX Live this year was a difficult decision to make, but as you all know, we had no choice. Transitioning to a virtual event has been challenging, but we're really excited for you to experience what IBEX Online has to offer. And I'd like to just say to our 628 exhibitors, thank you. Thank you for your patience during the build-out process this summer. For the next 4 days, IBEX Online, a virtual experience, will bring the marine industry together to see new products and make connections, just like we always do. The backbone of IBEX is product development, new technologies, and innovation. It's what our exhibitors bring to showcase, and it's why thousands of marine professionals attend each year. We have developed this virtual experience to allow you to make those critical connections with current customers and industry professionals you know, and to find new prospects and make new connections. You can search for any company, product, or person, and you'll be able to connect with them for instant chats or to set up meetings. The robust platform we're using provides you the networking and connections you need for a successful event, but you need to engage. Just like you normally do when coming to IBEX, have a plan. Use this virtual event to search for products or people that you want to connect with, or to seek out solutions you need, and let the magic happen. The more you engage, the better your IBEX Online experience. In addition to new products and connections, you'll be able to participate in the special events, morning keynotes offered for free every day, and of course, the renowned IBEX Education Conference, all the content you've come to expect from IBEX. Nothing can replace the live show, but we've developed an online event that brings all that you expect from IBEX to the marine industry as one community in one event, IBEX Online. Today's program would not be possible without our sponsors. This year's IBEX opening session is sponsored by Interlux Yacht Finishes, All Grip North America, and RBFF, the Recreational Boating and Fishing Foundation. To both of these excellent organizations and longtime sponsors, many, many thanks again to both for your support. So on behalf of the NMMA and RAI Amsterdam, owners and partners of IBEX, and the awesome IBEX team who make it happen, thank you all for tuning in this morning. Before we get started with the program, we've heard from some of our biggest supporters who are aware that IBEX moved online and who've asked to have the opportunity to speak with the marine industry. Here's what they had to say.
Hi, everyone. I'm Senator Martin Heinrich. Thank you for inviting me to share a few words with you at this year's virtual IBEX show. Some of you may be wondering why a senator from New Mexico is addressing all of you at a boating industry conference that was originally planned for Tampa, Florida. But I assure you that we have some great boating destinations in my state, like Navajo Lake, where I took my family boating over the recent Labor Day weekend. We're also home to boating businesses like Jack's Plastic Welding, an inflatables and rafting manufacturer that is a critical part of the outdoor recreation economy in Aztec, New Mexico. My state is testament to the fact that the boating industry has a large footprint all across our nation. On a personal level, hunting and fishing are how I feed my family and my soul. In fact, I took my spearfishing tackle on that recent trip to Navajo Lake. Boating and marine sports are a central part of our way of life in America. Through state fishing licenses and the taxes collected under the Dingell-Johnson Act on motor boat fuel, boating enthusiasts have contributed billions of dollars to everything from fishery science to sport fish restoration and even boater access. And the boating industry also contributes mightily to our economy. When I was the ranking member of the Joint Economic Committee in Congress, I helped pass legislation to require the Bureau of Labor Statistics to start gathering data specifically on our outdoor economy. Thanks to that information, we now know that the outdoor recreation industry accounts for over 2% of our GDP, 5.2 million jobs, and $778 billion a year in economic output. Prior to the pandemic, the outdoor recreation industry's growth was far outpacing that of our economy as a whole. Boating and marine sports were both the largest and one of the fastest growing contributors to this key part of our economy. The boating industry is also one of the best examples of an industry that knows what made in America really means. 95% of the boats sold in the United States were manufactured here by American workers. As policymakers look for ways to rebuild from the economic crisis that we currently face, we need to ensure U.S. manufacturing remains globally competitive, meet our workforce challenges at home, and support recreation as an economic driver in communities across the country. Outdoor recreation can solve health and access disparities, employ millions of U.S. workers, and connect Americans to their heritage and natural surroundings. That starts with making it easier for more Americans to get outside in the first place. I was proud to lead in the negotiations and the passage of the historic Great American Outdoors Act. This bipartisan law represents the greatest investment in opening up new access and rebuilding infrastructure on our nation's public lands and waters that we've seen in generations. We were able to pass this major multi-billion-dollar investment in our outdoor places with large bipartisan majorities. That is in no small part because of the engagement of so many Americans who enjoy getting outside and those of you whose businesses help all of us get outside. I would like to thank those of you who called your members of Congress or your senators and helped us get this done. Our success in passing the Great American Outdoors Act at a time when Congress is frankly not coming together to pass almost anything else truly demonstrates the power of the outdoor industry. But we shouldn't rest on our laurels. There is still so much more we need to do to increase public access and protect the places that we love for our children and future generations. I'm focused on getting even more outdoor and conservation efforts across the finish line in this Congress. That includes my bipartisan legislation to streamline recreational permits for our federal public land agencies. I'm hoping to pass community-driven legislation to permanently protect the headwaters of southwestern New Mexico's Gila River as wild and scenic. And I'm fighting to renew and strengthen wildlife and habitat restoration programs like the North American Wetlands Conservation Act, which just cleared the Senate and is awaiting a vote in the House. Before I close, I'd like to challenge each of you listening to play an even more active role in fighting for the places where your customers get out on the water. That means educating your elected leaders about the economic impact of American boating industry. And it means lifting up positive stories about what boating means for their constituents. And it means fighting for the future of the places where Americans go to float, to sail, and to boat. It is simply a fact that the climate crisis poses a direct threat to the health of our economy. We're already seeing increasing challenges posed by eroding coastlines and more destructive hurricane seasons. Increased droughts and disappearing snowpack are combining to erase premier boating destinations right off the map in the Mountain West where I'm from. Your industry can be a critical force for finding real solutions, absolutely critical to climate solutions. With that, I'd like to thank you once again for inviting me to speak today, and I hope you can all think of me as a partner in the effort to sustain water sports for generations to come and to grow our American outdoor recreation economy.
Hello everybody at IBEX. I'm Mayor Jane Castor. First, I want to congratulate the IBEX conference organizers for developing an innovative way to keep the marine industry connected and profitable. Second, we look forward to welcoming IBEX back to Tampa in 2021. We've got a wonderful convention center in our downtown with a marina close by. The Hillsborough River runs right through our city. So when you're not in session, hop on a boat and cruise along its banks. Along the way, there will be plenty of restaurants and food halls for you to visit. The Tampa River Walk, our grand promenade, provides another unique way to experience Tampa and its park system. Next year, IBEX exhibitors, partners, and visitors will find Tampa waiting with open arms. Enjoy this year's conference and stay safe.
It's nice to know that even with the things the way they are, we're looking ahead and not behind. And now, let's get started with the program. It's my privilege to introduce our first speaker today, the president of NMMA, Frank Hugermeyer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to IBEX. And wow, what a year. Unexpected. That's the word that comes to mind when I think about 2020. Dealing with a global pandemic was unexpected. Managing through unprecedented business shutdowns and economic turmoil was unexpected. And the migration of most Americans working and schooling from home for the past 6 months, unexpected. It's now evident that the COVID-19 pandemic will have a lasting impact on our industry and what life looks like for our customers in the months and years ahead. We've already seen a remarkable shift in how consumers make choices related to spending, whether it's about time or money. And during the crisis, families yearning for escape, recreation, and stress release, they all headed our way. When everything was on the line and Americans were forced to decide what was most important to them in their lives, boating and fishing made the cut as a highly sought after and preferred activity. While cruises, amusement parks, sports leagues, schools, and trips abroad were all shut down, the water remained open and Americans rediscovered the value of boating as a way to enjoy quality time with loved ones. The varied and meaningful experience we offer, well, they allowed us to attract new boaters, real and returning boaters, and generated much needed sales for the recreational boating businesses. Now, going forward, we must navigate some uncharted waters, and COVID-19 will certainly continue to impact the industry in the months ahead. But I'm confident that we have weathered the worst of the storm and will come out on the other side stronger than ever. So let's take a look at our 2020 journey and a snapshot of the market. Where do we stand? The US economy felt the brunt of the pandemic's impact last quarter when GDP was down 32%. But other economic indicators are showing signs of improvement and are more reflective of the current state of our industry. What I don't think any of us envisioned at the onset of COVID-19 is that the recreational boating industry would far outpace expectations. Headwinds remain, primarily caused by slow delivery on parts from domestic and international suppliers who are also impacted by the pandemic. So, year-to-date shipments through July are down 20% of what they were in 2019. But on the brighter side, dealer inventories are at historic and in some cases critical lows. So manufacturer order books should remain strong as retailers restock throughout both the fall and the winter. Through July, new boat retail sales were up 10% from a year ago, marking the highest sales volume in 13 years. And more than 165,000 new boats were sold in May, June, and July alone, up 25% compared to 2019. These record sales through the summer have already offset any pandemic-related losses, and the forecast for total new boat sales in 2020 is up 5%, and that's passing even pre-pandemic expectations. So that means all measured boat categories have seen sales increases this year. And most importantly, we saw record sales across all entry-level segments. Now, in hindsight, COVID-19 spurred something we as an industry needed and have been trying to do for years. Data shows 44,000 new boat buyers entered the market between March and June, representing a 10% year-over-year growth during the busiest quarter of the selling season. And in the very heart of the pandemic, there was an acceleration and a return of first-time boat buyers for the first time in 10 years. And that's something we can all celebrate. What's more, traffic to discoverboating.com in 2020 is up 70% year to date.
These people are coveted potential first-time boat buyers. And we're not just seeing a jump in interest, but a jump in younger potential customers and more female potential customers. So, how did we get here? And what efforts are in place? Where will our focus be in the year ahead? And how do we build on this momentum and sustain the gains in order to remain strong as an industry beyond the pandemic? Like every other business, NMMA was forced to streamline and fundamentally rethink how we operate in the future. But we never wavered from our commitment to drive our top two priorities, industry advocacy and market expansion. Once the state shutdowns began, NMMA remained sniper focused on protecting the members and providing critical member value. We formed a rapid response team and ramped up COVID-19 relief and communication efforts for the marine industry across the US and Canada. We restored consumer access to shut-off regions, assisted companies in remaining open, and positioned the industry to quickly rebound. We also helped the administration better address our small businesses as it prepared $750 billion in loans. We worked one-on-one with member companies to ensure they obtained the government relief they needed, including millions of dollars for marine businesses as part of the federal government's Paycheck Protection Program. We advocated for the safe reversal of COVID-related manufacturing and boater access restrictions. Because of these important advocacy and member engagement efforts, boating is fully open for business and consumer enjoyment in all 50 states. And NMA, along with our outdoor recreation roundtable partners, passed historic recreation legislation known as the Great American Outdoors Act, which permanently funds the Land and Water Conservation Fund at $900 million annually and invests $9.5 billion in outdoor recreation and federal maintenance backlog infrastructure critical to the marine industry. The passage of this act will expand critical access points and repair boat ramps across the country. Now, even our digital gatherings came with a silver lining. More than 900 of you attended the very first American Boating Congress, the largest attendance in the history of our annual Advocacy Summit, which featured 17 speakers, 3 cabinet secretaries, and key federal and state decision makers. To top it all off, our industry answered the national call to help fight the spread of COVID-19, from converting manufacturing operations to producing personal protective equipment. And we didn't stop there. The boating industry needed consumers to know that the water was open. So we partnered with the Recreational Boating and Fishing Foundation and our friends at the Marine Retailers Association of Americas to build a first-of-its-kind industry-wide campaign, igniting an unprecedented rallying cry and public relations effort that encouraged Americans to take to the water, connect with loved ones, and experience the restorative health and wellness and social distancing benefits that only boating and fishing can provide. The Get On Board public service campaign amplified our collective voice like never before, reaching 830 million impressions that drove 19 million video views on YouTube and millions of engagements on social media. To date, more than 200 marine industry businesses have helped amplify this message throughout North America. So thank you to everyone who has supported this extraordinary Discover Boating and Take Me Fishing awareness campaign. We also created a long-term strategic partnership with MRIA that sets the stage to expand Discover Boating in the years ahead. So we, as an industry, will continue to be seen and heard like never before. As part of this effort, we will create a unified North American Discover Boating brand and a digital platform that leverages all the industry-owned boat shows. You will also see a heightened focus on tools that will assist dealers in providing a best-in-class consumer ownership experience so we can attract and retain next-generation consumers and our existing ones. This path forward is all outlined in a newly revised 3-year rolling strategic plan. In that plan, NMMA will preserve the gains and investments we've made in advocacy, proactively engage on policy and regulatory issues of importance, and ensure our relationships are strong with the next administration, Congress, and Canadian government. We will accelerate our plans to integrate Discover Boating and all NMMA boat shows and our numerous web platforms into one comprehensive and cohesive campaign, all under the Discover Boating brand. And meanwhile, we will strengthen business intelligence, elevate sustainability, and provide a renewed focus on corporate social responsibility. Now, this part's important. We cannot lose sight of what the next generation of consumers expects from this industry, especially the commitment to social responsibility. There has been very good work happening around lean manufacturing and energy efficiencies, and the industry can be very proud of its groundbreaking efforts related to water quality and sustainable fisheries. But we have to admit we still have work to do on important issues like chemicals management, cradle-to-cradle design, and diversity, equity, and inclusion. In closing, if COVID-19 has taught us anything, it's that we greatly benefited from having less competition and the consumer having more time to spend on enjoyment. We also learned that we have a more powerful voice and can grow our market share by uniting as an industry. These lessons will be important to remember once the intense competition for the consumer's time and mind share returns, and return it will. It's also important to recognize that industry sales this year were carried by smaller, more entry-level boats. This proved that if we are to broaden the opportunity for more Americans to enjoy the boating lifestyle, we need to continue to build and offer more affordable options. And there's also no doubt that focusing on boater retention and the aftermarket consumer ownership experience will play an increasingly vital role in the long-term health and success of the industry. High-touch customer service and boater education remains key to ensuring people feel comfortable and safe on the water and will return year after year. We can do this. We can all do this by working together. We can ensure our industry's voice is loud and impactful. We can build strong relationships with policymakers who help shape our business environment. And we can attract and retain consumers and future customers to the #1 outdoor recreation lifestyle in the entire world. Boating remains the ideal solution, not just during coronavirus, but for a life well lived. So let's get it done. Thank you for listening and attending this year's IBEX. As you will see, the team has created an outstanding program with top-notch lineup of education and speakers to help you thrive in this new climate. With that, I'd like to pass the baton to my friend and our colleague, Frank Peterson, President of RBFF.
Hello, I'm Frank Peterson, President and CEO of the Recreational Boating and Fishing Foundation. RBFF is pleased to sponsor IBEX Online 2020. I'd like to take a couple of minutes to discuss what an extraordinary year we've had for boating and fishing participation, and acknowledge the importance of our ongoing partnership with NMMA in making the most of it. I think we all went into the pandemic with a lot of uncertainty, and it became apparent pretty quickly that we had to change some things to both survive and thrive. I'm pleased to say we've done just that. We joined together the Discover Boating and Take Me Fishing brands and created a powerhouse campaign that's generated 830 million impressions, 37 million website visits, and 19 million YouTube views just since it launched in mid-June. Interest in boating and fishing is strong, and we're now working to ensure it stays that way. I hope you'll get on board today. Now I'd like to show you our Get On Board PSA. Thank you and have a great show.
I'll show you how to unwind.
Come on, babe, let's go outside and take the boat out for a ride. I'm ready, I don't wanna wait. That's the only time I'm feeling free is when I got that ocean breeze, so kicking it out on the lake. Get on board. Got the sunshine and the short line. It's a good life. Get on board. Get on board. Have a good time casting that line. It's a good life. Get on board. Get on board. Get on board.
Thank you, Frank, and thanks again to the RBFF for their longtime sponsorship and support of IBEX. Up next, it's the Mel Barr Award, presented by the National Marine Representatives Association, and presenting it is incoming NMRA President Scott Kolodny of Comar Sales. Scott?
Thank you, Ann, and good morning, everyone. I hope that you are finding this new virtual IBEX as interesting and productive as I am. Voted on by NMRA Rep Group members, this award was created in memory of Mel Barr, an independent Marine rep deeply involved in our industry. He was one of the founders of NMRA and our very first president. On his untimely death in 1967, his family, along with the NMRA, established this award to honor an individual who has contributed to the improvement of the marine industry. This year, we recognize the contributions of George Belwar, Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Perco Incorporated. For over 40 years, George has been a leader within our industry. Prior to his 26 years at Perco, George also worked for the Engelhard Corporation, Ampco Metal, General Switch, and Furia Instruments. Encompassing the recreational marine, commercial marine, and military marine segments, his extensive background with diverse and highly technical companies provided him the foundation to be the success that he is known for. George understands that within the marine industry, it is vitally important to give back and share your knowledge with others. From 2011 to 2013, he served as chairman of the board of the ABYC and is currently on their fuel and ventilation, navigation light, and sound signal committees. From 2004 to 2006, George was also chairman of the board of the NMMA, and prior to that, he served as chairman of the Accessory Manufacturers Division for 2 years. George has also been a big proponent of the NMRA and independent Marine reps. He understands the vital role we play in the Marine sales channel. Few within our industry know that George is a faculty member at 2 institutions of higher learning. He currently teaches supply chain management, purchasing management, and customer relations management to undergraduate students at Broward College. At DeSales University, he teaches operation management to postgraduate students. George has a baccalaureate degree from LaSalle College and holds an MBA from Drexel University. George put the Mutual Efficiency Forum into motion and served as its founding chairman. He was the primary author of the marine industry's first best practices manual. Drawing upon his academic learnings and industry experience, he improves supply chain communication within all levels of the marine distribution channel. He has also been a prominent leader of the Grow Boating Initiative and one of its first champions. In 2005, George proposed the creation of the Water Access Task Force as part of the initiative to protect and preserve waterways. A family man, George has 2 grown daughters, Madeline and Jacqueline. He and his wife Lucci live in Florida, where he enjoys hobbies such as computers, golf, shooting, woodworking, metalworking, and cars. This morning, we honor George's many talents and achievements. He has dedicated the greater portion of his career to the marine industry, and we are a better industry for his contributions. He embodies the qualities of commitment, sacrifice, hard work, and integrity. So on behalf of the National Marine Representatives Association, I am proud to present George Belwar with our 2020 Mel Barr Award. Hey George, would you like to say a few words?
Thanks, Scott. You know, at my age, accolades are few and far between. So getting the Mel Barr Award from the National Marine Representatives Association, that's pretty exciting. I've been lucky through my career, and I've developed friendships with many truly legendary reps. This award made me think about some of them, like Bill Miller, Jim Splon, Bud Osgood, Bud DeRica, and of course you, Mulholland. Each taught me something that helped me grow and help the companies that I've worked for. So to the NMRA and to all the reps I've worked with through the years, thank you for the recognition. Thanks for helping me grow. Thanks for helping our industry run far more smoothly. And thank you for reawakening some truly great memories.
Congratulations, George. That's an honor well deserved. And thanks very much to the NMRA for helping put together this awesome presentation every year. One of the things we do every year at IBEX is to induct an industry giant into the NMMA Hall of Fame. I think it's very necessary to celebrate exceptional people who've made an important contribution to our industry. To make the induction this year, first we'll hear from Ben Special, President of Yamaha Marine Business USA, Yamaha Motor Corporation, and then Joe Niebuhr, President and CEO of Contender Boats. Ben, over to you.
Hello, I am Ben Special, President of Yamaha Marine in the U.S. and the current chairman of the MMA. Today, I get the great honor and privilege of announcing the next member of the MMA Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame was established in 1988 to recognize and honor individuals who have made or continue to make substantial contributions to the advancement of the marine industry. To be eligible for the MMA Hall of Fame award, one must have made substantial or lasting impact to our industry or their particular segment, be known in the industry and be beyond personal and professional reproach, and have been actively involved in the industry for a minimum of 10 years. On behalf of the MMA, I am honored to welcome Chris Carroll, President of Grady White Boats, and the association's first female recipient into the MMA Hall of Fame. A mentor to so many of us in the industry, Chris is a business partner who simply makes us want to do better. A friend who truly cares at a true personal level, a natural leader and teacher who inspires others to grow their knowledge. Throughout her career, she has committed herself to the improvement of both Grady White and the entire boating ecosystem. Chris joined Grady White in 1975, starting as a production control clerk, growing her career to become the president in 1993. She is also the first woman ever to hold such a position in the boat manufacturing industry. Chris led Grady White to the top through her belief in putting the customer first and by building a leadership team. She achieved Grady White's mission of improving customer satisfaction by building one-to-one customer relationships. This commitment to the consumer is proven by the fact that Grady White has been at the top ranked in every third-party customer satisfaction survey that has ever been commissioned in our industry. She continues to lead Grady White by inspiring the vision together, delivering the ultimate boating experience to the consumers while fostering the company environment where everyone can enjoy coming to work on Monday like they enjoy going home on Fridays. Beyond her dedication to Grady White, Chris has been a humble servant to the recreational boating industry. For decades, she continues to hold very important active leadership positions. She is currently serving on the board of directors of MMA, the board of directors for the North Carolina Chamber of Commerce. She has served on the advisory council and board of Boat US and the board of the Center for Sport Fishing Policy, as well as she's the past chairwoman of the MMA Boat Manufacturers Division boards. An early champion of the boat pack and industry advocacy, Chris fought her entire career to ensure the issues vital to the recreational boating industry are front and center at the nation's decision makers. I could go on and on about Chris. Chris's ability to assemble, aspire, her steadfast beliefs, her genuine attitude, and hard work is an example for all of us. And we are all a little better for having Chris in our lives, and the industry is better for having her in it. Congrats to a deserving colleague and a dear friend on entering the MMA Hall of Fame.
Chris, congratulations on being inducted into the NMMA Hall of Fame. This award is long overdue and richly deserved, and joins a whole stable of industry awards that you've won over the years. Your story, it's incredible. You started on the shop floor and rose to the C-suite of one of the greatest companies in America, Grady White Boats, and you did it on your own. You're no son of a sailor like so many boat company presidents in this industry are. You did this on your own by your own smarts, your own perseverance, your own dogged determination. And yet, in doing so, you've remained one of the most empathetic people I've ever met in my life. You truly care about people, and you've mentored countless people all over the country. I don't think there's another person in the industry that is as widely known as you. You say Chris to anyone in the marine industry, from New York to Florida to California, they know exactly who you're talking about. You're talking about the famous Chris Carroll. Well, congratulations on the award. It's richly deserved. I'm so sorry that it has to be presented virtually. I would love to be there right by your side and see your big smiling face, and I would love to give you a hug, but I can't. So here's a virtual hug, Chris. Congratulations.
Chris, I know it must seem like you hit the pinnacle of your career by winning the Alice Kelly Billfish Tournament, but your induction into the NMMA Hall of Fame eclipses even that accomplishment. I am so happy that the board has recognized your achievements on behalf of the boating industry. You are brave and you are bold. You are an inspirational leader, and perhaps even more importantly, you're a great friend.
We are so excited for you and so thankful for you. You have been a mentor to so many of us in the industry.
She's been such an inspirational figure as I've come into the industry. So Chris, congratulations. I can't think of anyone who is more deserving, and I hope you enjoy the celebration.
You've been a great friend and mentor to many of us, including me, for which I have been and am very grateful. I could not be more delighted to see you recognized in this manner. Congratulations, Chris.
You have given me so much wisdom over the last 22 years, guiding my career with ABA and helping me become a stronger leader and a better person.
Chris has a unique ability to make everyone around her better, and her rise through the Grady White Boat Company to the presidency is truly an American success story.
You've served many years on committees and boards. I want to thank you for that. And you always had a way of unifying the group and making us a stronger and better industry.
Chris, not only are you the president of Grady White Boats, you are a tremendous developer of people. You challenge people to be all they can be, but not without giving them the tools and resources necessary to do that. I can still remember 31 years ago when you asked me where I wanted to be in 20 years. You had a great impact on my life.
Chris, congratulations on your induction into the NMMA Hall of Fame and all you've done to build a stronger industry over all these years.
For those of you that are not familiar with the adage that dynamite comes in small packages, has not had the pleasure of meeting Chris Carroll. I'm also very pleased Chris is the first female recipient of the Hall of Fame Award. Congratulations, my friend. You have paved the way.
It's really hard to put into words how much Chris' impact has been on the industry and Grady White, but there's no doubt that her passion, commitment, and desire to always strive for excellence and find a win-win for everyone has helped many of us be better people and contribute more to life than we would have if we had never met Chris Carroll.
Chris, congratulations on your induction to the NMMA Hall of Fame. No surprise here, knowing what you do for the industry, what you've done for the industry, and most importantly, what you've done for all the people that you've come in contact with.
We appreciate you, Chris, for all you do. And I appreciate the fact that I've been your personal and professional friend for these years. You're important to all of us. We love you. And congratulations again on the award. No one deserves it more.
You and a handful of your colleagues have made this a much better business for your efforts. For that, there are many grateful folks, myself included, and congratulations.
You've helped me to be better as a leader, Chris, and you've helped Regal to be a better company. So thank you for investing yourself in others, and congratulations.
From the very first day I met Chris, I've been amazed at her enthusiasm, gratitude, and attitude to both Grady White as well as the industry she loves.
Hey Chris, congratulations on a well-deserved honor of being inducted into the NMMA Hall of Fame. Your contributions to this industry reverberate through places that you've never visited before, and it affects people that you'll never meet.
Hello Chris, congratulations on becoming this year's Hall of Fame. It's well deserved and long overdue. Wish you all the best.
Chris, I not only respect all the time that you spent investing in our industry, but also the countless hours that you've put into conservation to help preserve our marine ecosystem so that we all can enjoy boating and fishing with our family and friends.
Although in some ways we compete with you, you're a competitor that makes us better. You're a true friend who cares on a true personal level, and you're an industry leader who wants all marine businesses to be better. I can say confidently that I learn something every time I'm with you, and I know I speak for the whole industry when I say that. So congratulations, Chris, on this huge honor.
She's just such an encouraging person, and my life has been blessed, and certainly my career has been blessed to have interacted with Chris, and I'm so thankful for that and thankful for her. And Chris, congratulations.
Hello all, I'm Joe Niebuhr, president and owner of Contender Boats. I'd like to thank Ben Special, Scott Deal, and all the other members of our marine industry who've taken the time out of their busy schedules to help honor Chris as she's inducted into the National Marine Manufacturers Hall of Fame. The fact that I'm here now speaking with you is a testament in itself to Chris's ability to motivate, unify, and bring out the best in people. When Ben and I called Chris to notify her, she was hesitant, reluctant, in fact, and asked why it was her, as there were other individuals in her mind more worthy. Her comment was that she was and is merely showing up every day and doing her job. Chris, we are all fairly certain that your job description does not entail making the NMMA, all of us, and your community a better place, but that's what you do. To know Chris is to understand that she is a force, not a raging torrent or flash flood kind of force, but more of a steady, even push type of force. She's like a rising tide, and as we all know, a rising tide lifts all boats. Chris, we are all here today to present to you the 2020 National Marine Manufacturers Association Hall of Fame Award. Well earned and well deserved.
What an honor to receive this special recognition. And since I'm pre-recorded, I don't know exactly what Ben or Joe said to introduce me, but thank you guys. I've always been incredibly grateful for your support, encouragement, and friendship over the years. As a business partner and as a colleague, Ben has always inspired me with his wisdom and ability to cut through all the noise and deliver a great strategy. And Joe, he's one of those inspiring independent boat builders who risked everything to accomplish his dream and build a strong business and brand that's made its mark in this great industry. And a special thank you to my friend Scott Deal, who embarrassingly for me, kind of nominated me last year while he was supposed to be receiving the same special distinction. Like Joe and Scott, the boat business was built by those entrepreneurs who took great personal risk to follow their dream. They are a special breed with a unique products and services. They all added color and vibrancy to this special industry. They are all an inspiration, and I'm delighted that many are my friends. My boss and mentor, Eddie Smith, who was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2002, is one of those special people, and obviously very special to me. Eddie allowed me the opportunity to lead his company and to live the American dream. In the book of Ecclesiastes, God says, "The lot of a man on this earth is to eat, drink, and enjoy the work you do," which is a gift from God. Well, I've had a lot to eat and drink, and I've enjoyed coming to work every day for the last 45 years. When I left my hometown of Framingham, Massachusetts in the fall of 1975, I was just following a friend to the foreign land of Greenville, North Carolina. I had no idea what was in store for me. Upon arriving in Greenville, I needed a job, quick, because if I did not work, I would not eat. I answered a random ad and ended up in the lobby of Grady White Boats. While I waited for someone from Human Resources to come get me, I had a quick conversation with this very nice salesman, Joe Miller, who was waiting to get a good order from Grady White's purchasing department. We were both selling hard that day. As luck and God would have it, I was hired as a production control clerk, and so my journey began. As a kid, I did enjoy boating on my dad's converted lobster boat off the North Shores of Boston, but I had no grand scheme of being in the boat business. I was just so happy to have a job. Who would have ever guessed this very short Yankee female with no college education would get to be the president of Grady White Boats? As I said, I'm living the American dream. And now, being the first woman inducted into the NMMA Hall of Fame is just another amazing part of this incredible journey. Not long ago, out of curiosity, I asked Eddie how difficult it was for him to promote me, a woman, to president. And interestingly, he said the fact that I was a woman was just not much of an issue for him. He grew up watching his dad running a very successful business with a number of very talented women in most of the leadership roles. So to Eddie, it was just the normal way of business. Because of Eddie's perspective, I just didn't have to struggle too much with gender challenges of those days. But in the early days of my industry work, well, just let me say there was not a long line at the ladies' restroom during breaks. There's a longer line these days, and there are now more strong, capable, really good women in our industry. Many are my very special friends. Joan Maxwell, Ann Baldry, Marcia Cull, Margaret Podlick, Michelle Goldsmith, Ann Dunbar, some brilliant gals on the NMMA staff, and many more, who bring their wisdom and diverse perspectives to the table. When it became time to choose a new president, Eddie's focus was having the right leadership skills for the company's next stage in the life cycle of business. Our company was already past the survival stage. Eddie had built a successful brand based on having exceptional relationships with our valued dealers and providing excellent service to our customers. Wiley Corbett had created really great foundational systems for the engineering and manufacturing of our boats. And we were enjoying the boating industry's major growth spurt of the 80s. What our company needed was strategic planning and team building to align, engage, and inspire our then almost 500-person team. What a joy it has been to do that work with an incredibly talented, passionate, like-minded, and like-hearted executive team, Mark, David, Doug, Jill, Joey, and Shelley. All of us have been doing this work together for over 30 years. Eddie also taught me that Grady White was 100% responsible to help the industry ensure a regulatory and environmentally healthy world for our customers' boating experiences and the freedom to allow our businesses to serve those customers, earning a fair return on our investments. Over the past 35 years, I've been privileged to serve with so many exceptional industry leaders like those on the NMMA, the Center for Sport Fishing Policy, MRAA, ASA, and there's a lot more, to ensure a successful marine industry for all. Tom Domrick led an incredibly successful 20-year effort to bring our fractioned industry together, to be the powerful coalition that we are today. But that work is never done. Now, with Frank Hugelmeyer's leadership, I encourage all of you to bring your efforts and energy to the table. I guarantee you will get back much more than you give. I have come to know so many brilliant and passionate people who are not just my colleagues, but have become my very valued friends and support system. But if you really can't get there yourself, please at least make a hearty contribution to our boat pack. As a woman, as a leader, and as a mother of two wonderful daughters, Samantha and Anna, I've learned that life balance might be a bit of a myth. I am thankful my girls have forgiven me when I didn't get all the mummy stuff done exactly right. They paid a price for having a mother who had to show up for work every day and had to travel whenever I had to travel. I missed a lot of their school events, and I was never very helpful with homework. I told them that that was their homework. I had my own homework. I am so proud of the women they are becoming, and I do believe they know some of the important principles of success that I've learned over the years. Like, successful people take responsibility for everything in their lives. They're owners, not victims. And our value as a person is in what we give to the world, not what we get from the world. so you'll be happier if you always give your very best. All the problems we've ever faced have been solved, except the ones we have today, and they will get solved too. Being angry is like drinking poison and thinking the other person's going to die. So be kind and forgiving, because we need forgiveness and kindness too. And lastly, communication is key. To quote Stephen Covey, seek first to understand and then to be understood, and always seek win-win. There is often no balance on a daily, weekly, sometimes even yearly basis, but life is a long game. And I believe if you honestly love God, your family, your neighbors, yourself, it will all work out in the end. Again, thank you, Ben and Joe, for graciously nominating and presenting me for the NMMA Hall of Fame. And again, since this is pre-recorded, just in case, thanks to any others who might have said something nice about me. And I am grateful for all the supportive and encouraging friends and colleagues who felt it appropriate to gift me with this humbling recognition. And thank you, Eddie Smith. I am so grateful for the amazing opportunity to be partnered with an incredibly talented and committed Grady White team. And I am grateful to God for the gift of this wonderful work He has given me to do. Thank you.
Congratulations, Chris, on a job well done. First woman in the Hall of Fame. Girl power. Woohoo! I'm sad I can't be in person with you to give you a big hug. And thank you for years of awesome service to the marine industry. The fall of 21 is a whole year away, but we're already planning IBEX 2021 in person. We'll be here in Tampa from September 28th to the 30th, and IBEX will be better than ever. Even the convention center is making things better. Here's a look at what's going on at the TCC.
Hello, everybody at IBEX. I bring you greetings from the Tampa Convention Center. While you all are enjoying this year's virtual experience, I am proud to report that we are preparing for your return to Tampa in 2021. Right now, we are making over $1 million in improvements. New wall fabrics, new air walls, and new carpets are being installed in our ballrooms and first floor meeting rooms. But that's not all. This fall, construction is slated to begin on making TCC even more user-friendly. We're going to add more meeting rooms, upgrade several technical components, and improve our infrastructure. I'm most excited about expanding our trade show floor by another 10,000 square feet. Although we're eager to welcome you back, your comfort and safety is important to us. And that's why we're working towards accreditation through the Global Biorisk Advisory Council, or GBAC. Becoming a GBAC STAR certified facility means you can rest assured that our cleaning procedures and disinfection techniques are at the highest standards. We're making these upgrades for you. In 2021, the Tampa Convention Center staff will be more than ready to welcome all of you to our state-of-the-art facility. And I look forward to seeing you in Tampa, so stay safe.
We all know that IBEX is the place where the marine industry comes to see the latest in innovation. But no IBEX kickoff would be complete without the Innovation Awards. Here to take us through the top new and notable products, our friend Zuzana Prochaska.
Good morning from my living room in Smoky, California. I am Zuzana Prochaska, and I'm here to present the 2020 IBEX Innovation Awards, which are organized by the NMMA and judged by BWI. Every year, we see dozens of terrific products, and we debate the definition of innovation as we walk around the show floor. This year was different, and what has it been? Our judging was done virtually and 3 weeks before the show opened. This gave our feet a break, but our brains a workout, as we tried to sleuth out the details of each product. We had 32 entries across a variety of categories. Our hotly contested category this year was electrical systems rather than electronics. We saw some top-notch solutions to age-old problems. Due to the new format, we ran with 5 judges this year rather than 8, because I wasn't sure I could actually get judges to tune into Zoom for 7 hours a day. After the usual Zoom beginning, which included, am I muted? Can you see my screen? Is that your cat? Do I really have 3 chins? We got down to business. The technology gods were with us, and we made it through better than any of us had expected. We missed being able to touch and test the products, but due to this slate of all-star judges, we made good decisions. Speaking of which, let me introduce you to the judges. First up, we have Brady Kay. Brady is the executive editor of Pontoon and Deck Boat and has been at the helm of this magazine for over 20 years. Brady has tested and reviewed countless pontoon and deck boats, traveled to all 50 states for feature profiles, and currently also oversees Great Lakes Boating Magazine. Normally, Brady towers over the group, so he always has the best view of any entrance presentation. But Zoom is the great equalizer, so this year we all had front row seats. Next up, we had Ed Sherman. Ed is a 40-plus year industry veteran who semi-retired as vice president of the ABYC last year. He continues to write technical training material for the council and is a contributor to Cruising World Magazine, Marine Electronics Journal, and Boat US Magazine. Ed has seen so much crazy stuff over the years that when things get mechanical or electrical, he's our guy to unravel the mysteries. Next up, we had Greg Thornton. Greg is an ABYC certified technician. He has a Coast Guard 100-ton license and works for BoatTest.com as Client Services Director and Test Captain. Greg was our newbie this year, and during a process that was new to all of us, I say kudos to Greg for hanging in there in this crazy time. Ben Stein is co-chair. He's also editor of Pambo.com. He serves as electronics editor for Power and Motor Yacht and Passage Maker magazines, and is a regular contributor to Soundings. Ben has 15 years in financial services technology, a Coast Guard 100-ton license, and the Great Loop Cruise under his belt. Ben contributed his insights from the wheel of his RV this year, since he now has a land yacht as well as a small flotilla in Florida. And I am the chair for the IBEX Innovation Awards. I'm a freelance writer and photographer with regular contributions to more than a dozen publications for both power and sail. I hold a 100-ton Coast Guard license, I run charters at destinations around the world, and serve as the executive director of Boating Writers International. Okay, so now you know who we are, but it's time to get to know the winners. These products will be tagged as innovation entrants and winners within IBEX Online, so please check them out when you get a chance. And the winners are: in boat care and maintenance, the winner is Hose Clip by Sea Dog Line. Ben Stein observed, a clever, simple, and inexpensive fix to an annoying problem, all wrapped up in a bit of plastic. In deck equipment and hardware, the winner is the Boltless Rod Holder by Rough Marine. This is a great skew flattening, easy install for OEMs with all the guesswork about the choice between fixed and rotating holders removed, said Greg Thornton. In mechanical systems, the winner is Sahara Mark II Automatic Bilge Pump by Atwood. Ed Sherman noted that this is a brilliant application of simple physics to solve a major bilge pump problem. I love it. In outboard engines, the winner is Helmmaster EX Joystick for single engine applications by Yamaha Motor Corp. Finally, precise joystick steering for single outboard applications. This changes everything, said Greg Thornton. In propulsion parts and propellers, the winner is Cable Power Assist by Dometic. Brady Kay noted that this is a game-changing, self-contained electric steering solution for new builds as well as aftermarket upgrades for outboards 90 to 200 horsepower. Smooth steering makes everyone look like a pro. In OEM electronics, the winner is Link Up by Veritron. Ben Stein stated, Veritron's Link Up solves the challenge of configuring NMEA 2000 sensors even when they're not yet installed. And in the hotly contested electrical systems category, the winner is the Phase Angle Control Charging System by Yamaha Motor Corp. Ed Sherman called this a real breakthrough that will create more power for those increasingly electrically hungry outboard boats. Now, because this was such a busy category, we also had an honorable mention, and that went to Mechanical Products Corp for their Series 53 battery disconnect circuit breaker, the tiny switch with a lion's share of the boating market. In closing, I have to give a million thanks to Rachel Harmon, who this year took on not only the organizational material, but also the role of our Zoom den mother and she made the process hum. Thanks also to all the judges and the participants who came together to make this year seem just a little less weird and who injected some business as usual into our fall season. Thanks for watching and have fun at IBEX Online 2020.
Thank you, Susanna, and congratulations to all the Innovation Award winners. And thanks to all of you for coming today. I hope you've enjoyed the program. Now please head back to IBEX Online homepage and search for the companies, people, and products of interest. IBEX Online is open and is live until 12:30 p.m. this Friday, October 2nd. So please join us every day to connect with the marine industry, all from the comfort of your desk. Thanks very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next year. Bye-bye.